Firstly, Andrew Dai, I will say Dai to you. Can I have that excuse to say you Dai?
Look, it's a great pleasure. I know the culture of respect in Nepal. So namaste to you too, my Dai. It's great to be here. Thank you.
And so I belong to Sudar Paschim, far western side of Nepal. So it's our tradition and it's our culture to say Dhok Diya to the elders. And I will say Dhok Diya to you.
Dhok Diya. So this is kind of like namaste?
It's kind of namaste.
Okay,
in my language. It's my native language because I belong to Dodeldhura.
Okay.
So my native language is Dotili. So we say Dhok Diya to the elders. So you have to say Bhagyamani to me. Bhagyamani.
I
taught you these words, right?
I'm trying to learn. I think Nepali is difficult enough to learn, but now if I'm out here in Sudar Paschim, I'll try my best to learn the dialects too.
Okay, and Andrew Dai, firstly, I want to welcome you to the city of cricket, Dhangadi. So Dhangadi is the place from where the auction-based franchise cricket was evolved.
Here first.
And a lot of players, they have been nurtured over here, and right this moment as well, a lot of players from Dhangadi, they are representing our nation. After visiting all these places, so what's your notion regarding Dhangadi?
Yeah, look, it's been an amazing day already. We've been here since this morning, and you can feel the energy and the passion and the love for cricket here. And yeah, look, I heard about the DPL back in the day, and I know all of the work that is going on to try and develop cricket here, and also just the pedigree of players that you have brought through. I did something with the Nepal team during the World Cup in February. We were actually in Chennai, not in Mumbai, for the warm-up games. And I had on my tablet, I had a map of Nepal. And I got them all to circle exactly where they started playing cricket. And the number that were, I think it was probably 10 or 8 or 10, either from Karnali or Sudar Paschim, out in the west. And it's the hotbed or the bread basket of cricket in Nepal. It's great to see.
Have you heard about Dhangadi before coming here?
Yeah, very much. So again, particularly the players, the likes of Lokesh Bam, I know is from here, Sharmala, but all of the boys, Karen KC, not that far from here. You think about Kushal Bertel from Butwell, they will always talk about Sudar Paschim with real prestige. Dipender Singh Airi just up the road in Mahendra Nagar as well. So there is a special something in the air, in the water here. It's a love of cricket, and everywhere I've gone so far on the streets, I've seen signs saying the city of cricket, which I think is a great brand name. And I've seen the cricket shops, kids with cricket bats around their shoulder. For me, as someone who loves cricket, and cricket is my life, it's an absolute inspiration to see it in person, and I'm really humbled and honoured to be here.
Nepal and Nepali loves you so much. In return, you do love us as well. So how Nepal became so special to you?
I think that's a great question. This trip for me, and the last one for the Nepal Premier League, every time I come to Nepal it's special. But I think the greatest honour any person in the world can have is being taken in somewhere as a second home. And that's what I feel every time I come to Nepal. The people on the streets are so nice to me, but also I think my affection and my love for Nepal is so genuine and authentic. If I didn't like it here, I wouldn't come here. I love Nepal. I'll be honest, I feel probably more at home at this stage in my life in Kathmandu than I do in Dublin, the city I grew up back in Ireland. And I feel happy here, I feel myself here, I feel totally at home. And that is not something I ever expected in my life. And most recently getting to be in India at the World Cup and representing Nepal as a commentator, it was the stuff of dreams. So it's a huge honour, and something I promise if people keep wanting me to come back, I'll always come back.
You have millions of fans in Nepal, and people call you Toklu Dai. Have you officially accepted this title?
You're kidding me. It's the greatest nickname there is, I think. I'm blessed with a great nickname. Look, I'm proudly bald. Yeah. You can see I got nothing going on here. And then when you have heat like this, I think it's a bit of an advantage down in Sudar Paschim. No, I love the nickname. It's got a great ring to it. Taklu Dai. I love it.
See, soon I'm also joining that Taklu club. See,
not yet.
I'm getting barred soon.
Maybe one day Taklu Dai Dui, but now Taklu Dai.
So you will be Taklu Dai and I will be Taklu Dai.
Taklu Dai Dui. I love it.
What do you think, how we can promote our tourism as well?
I think there's a process for Nepal to go through, and it's now happening with a new government. The youth of the country have done the most amazing job in terms of inspiring change. And, you know, I'm in awe of everybody, the young people here, their positivity, their education, and their pride in their nation. But I think there is a future here where you need to realize how amazing Nepal is. And I know you're open to tourists, but it can't just be about Mount Everest and Annapurna Base Camp and Pokhara. There's so much more to this country. Even in the Kathmandu Valley alone, you know, you have the most amazing experiences. Down in Chitwan, you've got the national park. Here in Sudar Prashim, you have these amazing lakes and incredible people. And, you know, for me, the people are always somewhere that makes the place. That's what Nepal is. The people make this place what it is. Kindness, genuine, and the food is amazing. The drink is amazing. You guys love a drink in the evening. The music, when you go to every cafe, like this place. And that's the one thing I always say it to tourists I meet coming in, because I'll say, where are you going? Oh, well, we're in Kathmandu for one night, and then we go Pokhara for 2 nights, then we go trekking. It's like, do more than that. You know, spend a bit longer here, and once you get to know this country, you'll realize as to how brilliant it is. But I think you're very much at the beginning of something, and it's as you rightly say, it's not just about one or two things. There's tourism, there's sport, there's music, there's culture. And I think cricket can help drive a lot of those things and it's maybe outside of the mountaineering, it's maybe the one thing that Nepal is famous for. The one thing Nepal don't go to a football World Cup. Ireland don't go to many of leagues either. You don't go to Rugby World Cup, you don't send many athletes to the Olympics. But you've got to Cricket World Cups, 3 now, hopefully 4 or 5 in the next couple of years. Next year you will host an ICC Under-19 World Cup. So it's the one thing everyone knows Nepal, and they think Everest, but they also now think cricket. So that's a big, powerful thing. And there's so much more to this country than just the mountains, you know.
At the moment, we are going for the campaign, and that is Champions 36, from grassroots to glory. So we have a dream to win the World Cup in 2036. So that dream has been started from the city of cricket, Dhangadi, and we've been working to make that happen. And we are investing on grassroots. So do you see that potentiality within us?
Yeah, to win a World Cup is a big ask. But you look at Sri Lanka's journey and how they did it in 1996 and where they were in 1986, 10 years before that, it's probably not that different to where Nepal is now. You look at what Afghanistan have done, getting all the way to a semi-final of that T20 World Cup in 2024. 10 years ago, Afghanistan was nowhere near as good as Nepal are now. So I think that the challenge is that the modern game is so strong and there's so many good countries. Can they win a World Cup in 10 years? It will be a big ask. It's great to have a dream, but I know the players feel they can. I would love to see them start winning some World Cup games more consistently. And the big thing for me, qualifying for a 50 over World Cup for the first time would be great. Can they become champions in 36? Oh, I tell you, I would be the happiest man in the world if they did. But it's going to be tough.
One of your video made me so emotional. Once Nepal lost the match against England last time in World Cup, I guess, and you were seeing sad, and that that misery was seen on your face. So, so could you explain that moment?
It's very hard to explain the scale of emotion you go through. Cricket is a sport that I adore. I love it so deeply, so passionately. I'll be honest, without cricket, I don't know what my life would be. It's given me my life. I owe it everything. And to be there at the biggest stage that there is in the sport, which is a World Cup, to be commentating at my first ever World Cup, for Nepal to be playing England for the very first time. Any Irish person will tell you the only country they ever want to beat is England. You know, so there was nobody ever born that wanted Nepal to win more that day than me. Usually in the commentary box I don't mind, but against England we always want England to lose. And they did everything but beat them, and I was so proud that day. And look, I was managing a lot of emotions in terms of it was my first ever World Cup game. It was the Wankhede Stadium. 10 years previously I'd been working for the ICC at that same stadium when West Indies beat India in the semi-final. I was an employee. And to be there in a hugely privileged position as a commentator was something I could barely even believe. And, you know, when Nepal started to get very close and Lokesh Bam started to hit after Dipender Singh Airi's brilliant innings, they started looking at it and they said, we need to get Andrew in. So I wasn't rostered to do those last 5 overs, but I got brought in with just 3 or 4 overs to go. And it was a moment I'll never forget. I'll be honest, I'm not usually one to self-praise, but I was proud of myself that day because I think I captured the emotions of the nation. I think I explained the story of Nepali cricket well to the world, and I don't take those things lightly. I think they are very important. And I'll be honest, that video you're referring to, I was using every ounce of my being to try to not cry because I knew there was cameras all over me. I didn't want to be seen to be crying in my first ever World Cup game. So I was just trying everything I could to not cry. And it was, I know everyone in Nepal wanted to win. I know everyone I know who knows associate cricket or developing cricket wanted Nepal to win. But it was still the most special of days, and a day I'll never forget.
It's our privilege that we got you as our official commentator. We always love to listen to you. What else you speak, we always love to listen to you. It really doesn't matter if you speak something good about our country or something bad, but we just want to listen to you. So that's how we love you, and that's it's our affection towards you. We Nepali, we love you so much.
Look, it's overwhelming, and it's, like I say, it's a huge honor, a huge privilege, and I just hope that I do it justice on the world stage in terms of explaining the story of particularly the potential of this country, the beauty of this country, the special nature of it. And I think there are so many things we share from Ireland to Nepal, and the biggest thing is so many of Irish origin people have had to emigrate for decades and centuries, no different in Nepal. And when I go to America and I meet someone from Nepal, it's like meeting a long lost friend. And they'll come up and they'll say, Namaste, Taklu Dai, and I'll say, oh my God, you're from Nepal, and we'll talk. And there is a huge pride in your nation, and the reason there's so much pride for Nepal is it's such a special place. And again, I really think you're just at the beginning of something. You're at the beginning of a journey whether it's 10 years' time as maybe world champions like you dream of, or 20 years' time where this country can kind of come to its potential on the world stage, not just from sporting sense, economic sense, political sense, educational sense, geographic and tourism, and all of the social development that's going on here. The sky's the limit for Nepal.
Here I have a few of the questions for you. It's kind of rapid fire round for you.
Cool.
So, shall I go?
Go for it.
So, which Nepali cricketer excites you the most right now?
It's an easy answer, but he's just the best fielder I reckon I've ever watched in real life with my own eyes, Dipender Singh Airi. Brilliant to watch.
Tiger.
The Tiger. Bag, ayo, bag.
Bag, ayo, bag. So, do you know the meaning of bag? It's tiger.
Yeah, the tiger.
Okay. So, one Nepali food you can eat again and again.
I've answered this a lot. It's the chicken kote momo. We just had some for lunch. I'm pretty good out here in Sudar Prashim, I gotta say. Yeah, bread box, good kote momo. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, have you learned any Nepali line? If yes, then please.
I know bits and pieces that I've probably got 20 or 30 words, but the problem is most of it starts a sentence, and then they will keep talking to me in Nepali, and then I get lost. So I can say Namaste Sabalai to everyone. I can say Sanche Nunsa, ask them how they are. I'll generally say Tiksa, and they might say Anju, and I will say Sub Tiksa or Iktum Tiksa Ramrosa, Godzap. And so I'm learning bit by bit. And I can say Maya Timalai, Maya Garchu, Nepal. So I can say I love Nepal too.
So what was your funniest moment while doing commentary in Nepal?
Funniest moment. I can think of the funny thing is I can think of lots of emotional moments.
If somebody approaches you to marry and make you to stay over here, so would you say yes or no?
Ooh, I always keep my private life private. There are beautiful people here in Nepal. But yeah, would I end up? God, maybe, who knows, maybe one day. Let's see.
So message to the young cricketers over here at Dhangadi.
Yeah, really inspired by what I've seen, and actually looking forward to getting out and seeing the winners of this Beat the Speed competition and who the fastest bowlers are. My biggest message is stay with the sport. You're blessed to be in the city of cricket here. I think the developments are going to come very soon. The stadiums that are going to come in, you're going to get great opportunity, and you've now got a Nepal Premier League that I think you talk about world champions in 10 years' time. I think in 10 years' time, the Nepal Premier League will be one of the 3 or 4 biggest leagues in the world. And the reason why is it's the fans. The fans are absolutely next level. They really are.
Which is your favorite place in Nepal?
My favorite place in Nepal is Lalitpur, but specifically Patan Durbar Square. I think there's something mystical and beautiful about that. I love so many parts of the city. I love Sanapa, Jamshedkil, Durbar Marg, up towards even Bhaktapur, beautiful, the history there. But one of my very first trips, I stayed in a very small apartment just off Patan Durbar Square, and I'll never forget it.
You call Nepal your second home, and we call you Dai. How does it feels to you?
Huge honor, and it definitely is my second home. And I really hope it continues to be for the rest of my life. It always will be.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for being so good to us. And last day I heard that you are coming to Dhangadi, and I was super excited to have you podcast with you. And because last week we had a conversation between you and me, we talked about that we're gonna have podcast together.
We got it done.
And so
Dandavad.
we did it, and thank you so much for this love and blessing.
Dandavad. Jai Surya Prashim. Jai Nepal.
Dhok diya Dai.
Bhagyamani.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bhagyamani. Dandavad.